Alright, if you're not sold on why you should be wearing fragrances in your day-to-day life, here's why you should be. Hey forum, my name is Manny, aka CascadeScents, and if you're at all interested in perfumes, colognes, fragrances in general, well, this might be the channel for you. I'm not a fragrance expert, more like a fragrance enthusiast, and if you also like discussing fragrances, I think you'll really be interested in this video specifically. These are 6 reasons why you should wear fragrance. But before we get on with that, as always, just a friendly reminder, 500 likes and a random one of you subscribers in the comment section below will be the lucky recipient of an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. So if you'd like to potentially be eligible to win really expensive fragrance samples from really expensive fragrances, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment as always. But now we might as well get on with these 6 reasons why you should wear fragrance. We got a lot to get through here. So with that said, reason number 1, depending on what scent it is, fragrance just smells good. And come on, who at the very least doesn't want to furthermore smell good? And I'm not just talking about showers and or brushing and just good hygiene in general, which of course is kind of its separate category and definitely more important than this. But trust me, you can have a lot of fun just by smelling something good on top of that. Like, would it kill you to get a whiff of something that smelled this good, like Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette, for example? So if you want to have an extended fresh out of the shower clean vibe here, you're definitely going to get it for a few more hours at the very least. And that could really help you in your day-to-day life, because maybe you're out and about, you're doing errands, and you're feeling kind of jaded about the day. You smell something pleasant like this, it's a nice pick-me-up, there you go. Just the notion of wearing something that you can't see that's still pleasant, I just think is awesome. And hey, maybe you will too. So again, reason number 1, objectively, it's gonna smell good. Yeah, sure, scent is subjective, but if way more people are pleased with this scent rather than appalled, well, again, you know what I mean. Moving on to reason number 2 now why you should get into fragrance, and that is it can enhance your attractiveness. And at this point, it just depends on which route you want to go. Like, some potential partners might enjoy the fact that smelling clean also reeks of professionalism, for example. Like, again, with Bleu de Chanel, you might smell like someone who's just getting stuff done in their life. Or maybe you might find that smelling like a snack per se, trying to go beyond something platonic, might work out for you. Like with me and Spice Bomb Extreme by Victor and Rolf, for example, my date night scent for the winter. Like, this right here might be the ultimate cherry on top on a carnal level. But if you come correct with that and your personality, and then you leave them thinking about this as well, trust me, it doesn't get better than that. So again, reason number 2 and why you should be wearing fragrance, it has potential to boost how attractive you are, or how attractive you come off. Now moving on to my 3rd reason for the case for fragrance, and that is its potential to enhance the situation you're in. So I briefly touched on this point in the last point I made, in like maybe a fragrance like Bleu de Chanel evoking thoughts of professionalism. Like, this seems like the ultimate young urban professional scent, and for good reason too. It's bright opening in the grapefruit and the rest of its aromatic, watery, and woody nature that's ultimately pleasant just evokes thoughts of refreshment and invigoration and just being alive during the daytime to get you through your day. Put this on with smart casual wear or workwear of some sort, crush some meetings, and trust me, your workday will feel less monotonous. Or here's another example, maybe you're trying to catch a quick workout at the gym before you hit up work earlier that morning. As a result, you might want something that's furthermore ethereal and effervescent. So hopefully already on top of your moisturized skin and the deodorant that you probably and hopefully already have on, you might and should be rocking something like this. So Mugler cologne here with less of the watery woodiness and smokiness of the aforementioned fragrance, and more of a straightforward green soapiness from some of the citrus florals in the scent. So again, barring point number 2 in boosting your attraction, there ain't nothing wrong with enhancing other situations that you're also in. Now moving on to reason number 4 to why you should get into fragrance, and that is being able to express yourself. Alright, maybe the previous point in enhancing the situation you're in is already a form of self-expression. I mean, of course it is. You're showing reverence for the situation you're in by wearing stuff like this for work, for example, or stuff like this for the gym, for example, or stuff like this for a date. But I made this a completely separate point because maybe you take as much pride as I do, for example, in scent, in like distinguishing myself from everyone else. Like, think about it, we have a lot of the same things. A lot of us wear the same brands when it comes to sneakers and apparel, for example. We have a lot of the same cars, a lot of the same phones. So visually and tangibly, maybe you feel more pressure to just conform to certain things, where there isn't as much choice and maybe you aren't feeling as free-flowing when it comes to which options you can use. Which options you can use to feel what emotion or to enhance whatever situation. But with fragrance, there's endless possibilities. There's so many fragrances out there that can make you feel a certain way about this, or this. Like this stuff by Comme des Garçons in Kyoto makes me think of zen-like thoughts because of its chilled out incense Eastern vibe. So maybe on a mild rainy day, I'll be wearing this stuff and just feeling that kind of emotion that the earth is giving me right now. Just melancholy as hell, you know? So if you're into exploration of the emotional self and are open to expressing it in an ethereal yet not that tangible way, but a way to elicit furthermore raw emotion, there ain't nothing wrong with expressing yourself with fragrance. Anyway, moving on to reason number 5 now on why you should get into fragrance, and that is it's approachable. Like, it can be inexpensive. And hey, I know what you might be thinking. You're looking at the wall behind me, and that's probably not inexpensive, right? I mean, it isn't, but at the end of the day, I'm more of an enthusiast on such a more esoteric and deeper level. Not saying everyone else has to be, but if you only had a handful of fragrances that you liked, great, that's cool. And I'm also not saying that they have to be at a higher cachet either. There's lots of great fragrances that are great bang for buck on just lower price points too. Like, for example, you take a fast fashion brand like Zara, their clothes in the grand scheme of things in comparison to everything else at malls are typically seen as inexpensive as well. But other than that, you have $20 100 ml fragrances that you can find right there at the cash. Right there as impulse buys that are going to cost you less at times than maybe a large pizza and a ham sandwich. So who's to say that you can't get started with that, right? But hey, barring that and all my friends who are balling on a budget, maybe you do have a little bit more money and you want to spend on something that, again, you can express yourself with and or use for this situation or to boost your attractiveness. Like, other material things are cool, that's great. Watches, sneakers, apparel, whatever. But here's the thing, fragrance is still likely or cheaper than all of those things. So even if you go into a higher end store like Louis Vuitton, for example, what's at the front of those stores? Typically it's a perfume and or at the counter where you check out and whatnot. Trust me, as a result, kind of like with Zara, it's going to be the most approachable thing in there, despite being a few $100. So when it comes to anything vanity wise, I'm just saying, regardless of price point, it's typically going to be seen as cheaper than anything else you could also be getting into. So again, there with reason number 5 to why you should get into fragrance, it's rather approachable for just about anyone at any price point. And last but not least, moving on to my favorite reason to why you should get into fragrance, and that's scent memories. I live for scent memories. Like, think about it, you're at work and you're wearing fragrance and you just close this deal that could make you life-changing money. Of course, you're feeling yourself and whatnot, but barring anything else that you're wearing that day, that scent that you're wearing could be more meaningful to you. Again, the sense of smell is so carnal and so raw and oddly the most satisfying, typically speaking, when anything is to be complimented. So through a really positive day with really good vibes, this is really going to stick with you. On top of that, you can see this as a reward of some sort too. Like, maybe you don't have anything that you're already wearing to commemorate something great in your life, but hey, treat yourself. This is quite the milestone, right? Depending on what it is that you just did. Again, maybe you closed the deal, or maybe your child was born, or maybe you won this doing this. Commemorate that shit. Remember that. That being said, of course, this can go the other way too, especially when it comes to breakups, for example. That would definitely be an example of a negative scent memory. Maybe so-and-so really liked this fragrance that you would always wear, and as a result you thought of them whenever you wore it. Maybe you're no longer with that person, and maybe it was a nasty breakup, and as a result you don't want to smell that again. So this is the one reason that goes both ways either way. But then again, so do most things in life. You just have to live for the best of it. So as much as possible, I try to create really positive scent memories, and I think you should too. So yeah, scent memories for the win. I think that about does it for this video. At this point, I'd love for you guys to tell me in the comment section below why you wear fragrance. That and a friendly reminder of the giveaway. 500 likes and one of you subscribers in the comment section below will be the lucky recipient of an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. So again, to be eligible, also like and subscribe. But yeah, again, thank you for the ongoing support. I really appreciate it. You guys make this so much fun for me, so I just want to give back as much as possible to you. So if you're feeling this content, again, thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time, farewell for now. Take care, peace out, bye. Wear your fragrances.